Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us here this evening, this beautiful spring evening. The rain has passed, the sky is blue, the birds are singing. I'm so grateful that we're all here together to honor the memory of a very Doug Murphy. Yeah. We have many people here today who are going to talk about Doug and the project here. My name is Doug McLaren. I'm the current president of St. Clair Rotary Club. My time with Doug overlapped only very shortly, so I'm not going to spend any time trying to steal anybody's thunder tonight, talking about something I did not directly have an impact of. But we are here to dedicate this skateboard bench to the St. Clair Park, and which was the result of several organizations here, the Rotarians here gathered tonight, and the Art Association and Gardening Club and the Women's League. Without any further ado, I would like to turn it over to Therese Hawkins, the director of St. Clair's Parks and Recreation Department, who can tell us actually the details of how the skate park came to be.
Therese? All right, thank you. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. And really, the mayor's going to talk a little bit about the history, but we wanted to designate an area for our skateboarders because they were not always welcome in other parts of the community. So, of course, who do we go to? The Rotary Club of St. Clair. They're always there, always supporting. And I don't know how they came about with Doug as the committee chair, but he was the perfect person for the job. I don't think I was prepared. And I had a hard time keeping up with Doug because he made it his passion, his mission. He put himself all into it with the support of the Rotary Club. I think he did it for Rotary. I think he did it for the community. I'm not going to cry. I think he did it for his family, too. And it was just such an honor to work with him. He was an inspiration. He got everyone involved. I mean, I look around, that art right there was the St. Clair Art Association helped us design it. Al Johnson helped us with, the arches were donated by DTE. Al Johnson helped us. Jason Steyer helped us with the powder coating. We wanted to make it unique and something giving back to the community. And there's just a ton of people. I hope some of the committee members from the Rotary, I know they're here, and they can talk about their role in it. And it was just an honor to work with Doug, and he really was an inspiration. And this park would not be here without him. Early on, the Haas Foundation donated a substantial amount of money, and then after that, it just took off, and everybody got involved. And we do have a sign over at the side that lists all of our donors that contributed, because it truly became a community event. And what I feel proud of is that we really involved the students and the skateboarders. I still have the original hand-drawn design for the park, and we tried to keep it true to that design. And I do feel that it's one of the best designed parks that we have here in St. Clair County. And even the American Ramp Company that installed it, they were here when they delivered the bench, and they said they were impressed with the way the park is being kept up and being used and the design. So again, it was an honor working with him. And when it came to time to do something in memory of him, we talked about just doing a bench, but I'm like, no, we got to do something a little bit more. So this is a custom piece of artwork, and it is skatable. The kids can skate on it. They can use it as a bench. They can do whatever they want with it. So it turned out great. And again, thank you to the Rotary Club and Doug Murphy for doing it for the community.
Before we get to the ribbon cutting part of the ceremony here, I'd like to open up the forum to see if anybody else wants to come up and say a few words in memory of Doug Murphy. I know Judy has it.
Good afternoon. I don't know if you don't know me. My name is Judy Shawn. Mr. Murphy, Mr. Murph, Doug, He has been a part of my family since before I was born. We've been so blessed to have the Murphys in our lives. One of his greatest attributes that he shared with my family was his ability to serve and how service is important in every community. And we were so blessed to have him with that. One of the things that they were just saying is when he started this, his grandkids, his grandnephews, his family extended. The kids came to him and said, hey, you know what? The mall just kicked out any skateboarders. There's no place for us to skateboard. None. And Doug, in his service mode, took it on as a personal mission. And he was amazing at it. I think he was a really good salesman, too. But besides that, I mean, he took it on as a personal mission to make sure that this happened. And thank you so much for your ability to work with him and the city and the Art Association and Rotary and all the support that all these different community services brought about. It all came together, and he was so proud and amazed at this beautiful facility. And I know he's up there now, smiling down at us and just shining, going, wow, I get to be a part of what they're going to skateboard on, you know. He's going to absolutely love it. So thank you, everyone who's participated in this. We were blessed to have Mr. Murph, Doug, Mr. Murphy. We were also so very blessed to have an example of service that hopefully a lot of us can take with us and try to duplicate. Many blessings, Mr. Murph.
When they asked me to say a few words, I had to pass what I was going to say to a committee to have them check it for authenticity and how long it would be, and no political satire. But Doug and I were out, and after Rotary, Doug would say, let's go get a coffee, which meant you'd be gone for the rest of a long time. Yeah, a long time. Yes. Well, Doug and I went out and did something and a couple other projects, and I dropped them off about 3:30 in the afternoon. And about 5:30, relaxing, the phone rings. It's Mimi. Where in the hell is Doug? I said, Mimi, I dropped them off there at 3 o'clock. You dropped them off at 3? Well, all right, I'll call you back. And about half hour, 45 minutes later, she called me back. Yeah, Carl, he's here. He came in and went to sleep on the couch upstairs. So we always had those communications. Let's see, the first flag Doug and I put in, I had an old Ford pickup, and we had a few things in the back, and the sledgehammers and the shafts, the flag and the pole and everything else. And one thing we did every time we put a flag in, we stepped back and for all the military. And so we put this flag in, and we went to the next project. And I said, Doug, where the hell did you do with the sledgehammer and the bag and everything? He said, well, I thought you had it. So we had to drive back, and we finally found it, but a few of our days went that way. But the warmer side of Doug, we both were veterans, so I drive him down to the VA in Detroit. And he knew his way around that. And he said, come on, we got the afternoon, I'll show you where I used to live. And he showed me where he grew up, and his bedroom window, and the whole 9 yards. And when he married Mimi, and their first house down there. And he knew his way around. You'd turn here, go up the street, take a left side. And I'd have been lost if I hadn't been there. But we had a lot of time chatting on the way down and all the way back, and it was all good. It was all good. God, there were so many. We were over in Vine Street, and Doug and I decided to go to lunch. And went to lunch and came back, and I said, oh, not again. Where in the hell did you put the sledgehammer and the tools and everything else? He said, well, I thought you put them in the truck. I said, So they were gone. We figured some kids from high school came by and helped themselves. Only about that time the garage door went up and this woman came out. You said, "You're looking for your tools?" "Yeah, well, I put them in my garage because I thought they were," but we both pointed the finger at each other. And so, many other stories like that. And he was a great friend. He was a kind human being. We always didn't agree on our politics, but in the end, it was a blessed knowing him and his family.
Those you know, I'm Dave Murphy. I'm Doug's son, and I just really want to echo a lot of the things that Judy had said, and his commitment to service to the community and to Rotary was such an important part of his life going back. I mean, I'm 25, 30 years when he was so conscious of his perfect attendance, and he would attend extra meetings down in South Carolina. He belonged to 3 clubs down there just so that he wouldn't miss a meeting, so that he could get perfect attendance when he came back up to St. Clair in the spring. And but this truly was a passion of his, and I remember having the talks with him over at the house. You know, he says, I talked to, was it the Tony Hawk or Tony something? I talked to the Tony Hawk organization, told them what I had planned, and they were going to set me up with the guys who did all the design work, and they did. And he put so much into just the planning and then presented it to you folks. And I know how excited he was about that. And then the fundraising began, and you all know how Dad can be when it came to fundraising. I'm sure you all still have freighter tickets in your top drawer, you know, that you just be pushed them on you and this and that. But that was just really his commitment to service and to the community, and he was so proud of this. And I remember him, you know, I got to go meet the asphalt guy. I got to go meet this guy and this guy, and it truly was his passion to get this completed. And I know, like Judy said, he's watching this. He's looking down on us now. And it's just a beautiful tribute that you all have done for Dad. And I want to thank you on behalf of the family for doing this for him. So thank you very much.
Did you want to make any remarks before you cut the ribbon? A couple? All right.
You guys are lucky. My speech fits on one little card. And we have a meeting at 7, so I know I'm fast. Hey, we are very fortunate in the city of St. Clair to have the kind of people that we do have around here. And Doug Murphy is one of those special people. Congratulations to the family. Thank you to the family for sharing your father with us. He meant a lot to us. He did a lot for us, as you can see, and a lot of people really enjoyed his company. So it was like 2007, 15 years ago, he came to the city council meeting and made the proposal. And city councils, you know, we formed this committee. And the Rotary, the Rec Commission, the Chamber of Commerce were the groundwork of it. Doug was from representing the Rotary. Dave Gillis represented the Chamber. Jason Steyer represented the Art Association. Lisa Whittlesey was part of the Rec Commission at the time. Don Barnum was the police chief. Yeah, and Jordan Huffman was the student representative, and Scott Atkins was the city superintendent at the time. I asked Herzer earlier, I said, tell me like one funny story about Doug, because you know, he knew him pretty good. And I realized very quickly, he has too many to tell, so you're going to have to line up and listen to him. But listening to him with about the sledgehammer and stuff, I'm amazed there's that many flags that got put in. I want to thank Dan Lockwood. He's standing back there kind of giggling, but he was instrumental in a lot of this that happened. He's always looking out for the best of the city of St. Clair, and we appreciate that. Doug Murphy and family, be proud. This is a good day. Thank you. I'm not running, Mom. I will be in a minute, but not right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, huh, perfect.
You want to say something?
At your will.
Okay, so Doug Murphy, look at this. Done, baby.